Right, good morning everyone. Now I'm going to share with you how I made this little rose, but I'm going to do a bigger one. But it's the stamen that we're making ourselves. And for that you need the silk taffeta, this green one. Yes, we do have it in the shop. And if you notice, this side you've got black fibre. So on the sides of it you've black fibre. Whereas on this side you've got green. And you need the black. So you need to cut... Oh, just cut, I just cut over an inch. Because you need to, you make like a shaft that your fabric, your ribbon sticks to. So what you need to do now is to pull these fibres. See? Now it does that, and you can see the black ones underneath, you know, that it's pulling away from. Now, depending on the bulk of the stamen, depends on the size that you're going to do. Now, I'm actually going to cut mine in half, so I can get 2 stamen from that. So I'm going to do that. Now what I'm going to do is to cut this off, because I don't need that. Cut this end off straight as well. Straightish. And then where I've got this, I'm just going to take a few more out, I think. Yeah. Right, we'll try that. I think that's enough. Ignore this side. And what I'm going to do is to just burnish that. Like that. Yeah, my lighter came. So I'm using the smaller ones. They're actually quite good. Clipper ones are called. Clipper. And you get 4 in a pack. You'll have to look online for them though. I don't know who the shop owner was. Anyway, so I'm going to get the bit of cordage that I need, which is this one. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down there and pop that on. And start to curl that. And just curl it to the thickness you need. Now, every now and again, well, what I do is I generally just put a little bit of glue to hold it down. So I don't really want mine any thicker than that, so although I'll show you the bulkier one. Just keep rolling it, and then we just glue that bit down like that. And I'm just going to seal that one off so that doesn't come undone. And straight away we've got all this fibre. So open it up, just do that with it. Don't put the flame directly onto it, just put it up against it, see? And that way you control how long you want the stamen to look like stamen. And then what I'm going to do is just to cut some petals. We'll just do a couple to start with, see how many we need. Take the wire out. I'm going to have the pink edging on the outside, so I'm going to cut it halfway across. Like that. sometimes only 2 petals, that's all you need. It depends on the look you're going for. Right, I'm just going to burnish these ends. Do both ends, so see how it crinkles. And you do want it to crinkle. But I want mine to do it. And we're just going to do that with it. So you burnish it and twist. As it starts to melt, pull your lighter away and twist it. And do that. And it gives it that petal-like look to it. Just as it's starting to melt. I mean, you can actually cut this off, cut the edge off and seal it and then do this. And it'll probably work even better, to be honest. Take my needle and thread. And just give it a quick running stitch. I mean, you might only need 1 petal. It just depends what type of bud you're looking for. Well, I've done it on a larger, even though I do the smaller one, I've done it on a larger scale for you. So you can actually see what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to seal that off. But if you don't have the stamen and you need the black, or whatever fabric it is you're using, your fibres will come out a different colour. Just test the fibres, the fabric, both ways, both vertical and horizontal, to see what colour you're going to end up with. And I'm just going to do that with mine. If I need a third one, I can make another one. But I love the petal, I like the shape of it. So what we have to do now is to make sure that this sits in the centre and wrap that round, but get it where you want it to be. I'm just going to roll mine. So you might only want 1. And I can pull that down a bit if necessary. But no, I'm going to use the 2. So again, pull this as flat as you can. And then where you've joined it, you need to pop that. And like I say, you can build on it. Just build on your flower. I love these because I love the 2-tone colour. And this ombre ribbon, honest to God, it should be today. It should have been on Monday and Tuesday, but they had a delay, but it is coming. And there's 12 colours. They're all 2-tone of the ombre. Absolutely beautiful colours they are. And I ordered quite a bit, so... And I know people saying, yeah, I can get it everywhere else. You won't get it at the price I'm charging. I've checked all the prices. And it's not that I'm undercutting anybody, I'm not. I just can charge what I like. And I do it for crafting. There, not pretty. So then what you need to do is we need to make the leaves. Now, I'm going to use the same fabric to make the leaves with. And that will make, no, that'll make another bud. So, let's take this fabric and I'm going to cut, oh, good 2 inches, 2.5, 3 inches. 3 inches actually. But it doesn't matter anyway. You're just going to do the, see, that will become stamen. Fold it in half. I'm going to make 4 leaves, although I may only want 3. And they're about 2 inches wide. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is cut the bottom off straight so they're all going to be the same size. I'll seal all them off before I do any more. And you cut it from the corner up into a point. Turn the whole thing over and do the same again. From the corner up into a point. And it doesn't have to be a perfect point. There we go, that's because I cut the bottoms off. I sealed the bottoms. Right, so we've got that. Now, what we're going to do is burnish each side. And then fold it in half. And just press it like that. But take your heat and just do that. And it puts that leaf in it. Okay, that line in the middle. And then what I'm going to do is just to burnish these to put some shape into the petal, into the leaf. As soon as it starts to burn it, that's when you twist it. And then we'll do that at the bottom. I think I'll only do 3 of them to start with. Right. Now all I'm going to do with this is to fold that over to put a bit of shape in my leaf. Oops. Take my tweezers and burnish them together. Like that. Let's do that again. Like that. And then that one. And then we're just going to run a little bit of glue across the bottom. Like that. So they stick as they should, like that. So that's how you do them. I didn't have because that's going to go into a project, so it's like a flower filler, but that can dangle from a project or be fitted on a project with leaves and whatnot. So I hope that's helpful. And you can do them, if you do it that way, with the with the green trim, you get that one. And you just roll it and it's like a rosebud centre. But if you're doing it with the darker thread, then you get that one and it does look like the stamen. But they're easy to do. And that's that. And just while I'm here, I'm just going to put that back. I was just saying about the silk that I got from the shop. So I don't unpick it and I don't waste it, but that will make a frame around a picture. If I'm doing a plaque. Now I'm going to be doing a plaque later on this afternoon, but I want to get a picture to go with that. And even though it's butterflies, so it doesn't have to be Chinese. But I'm going to be making, well, I could do it now actually, couldn't I? Yeah, just let me cut a strip of this. Really easy. I'm just going to cut one strip and make a flower from it. So I'm going to fold this in half because I cut it straight at the bottom. Just an easy way to do a flower. Cut a 2-inch strip. So let's just get this right. So 1, 2. Now this is quite thick, is that Chinese material. It is really thick actually. Okay, so we've just cut a strip like that. Now I'm going to take my needle and thread, and all I do is fold it in half. I'm going to fold it in and then fold in half, so I've got a nice neat finish. Do a couple of tacking stitches. Okay, so this is 42, 52, 56 centimetres, yeah, 56 centimetres long. Alright, and then I'm just going to do a running stitch. Right, and all you need to do, pull that in, pull it down, not much, just so that it's gone from that to a gather, and that's all you need to do. So you can actually have it longer, you know, you can do a whole yard or a whole metre of this. Snip. Now I'm just going to burnish all the ends before I do anything else. It just helps. That's it. Just make sure you're not setting your flower on fire. You can hear the fibres burn on this because it's silk. Yep, that'll do. Take one end and you can glue and then roll. Just glue and roll. Glue where you've stitched it. Don't worry where it's twisted, don't worry about that at all. Glue and roll. keep this flat. You must keep that flat. Like that. And then as you get to the end, push all that in. And you get that beautiful rolled rose. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, I can get in there and put some glue in. I don't like that bit there. I want it shut. That's it. That's me. That's how I want mine. Push it down. That's it. And that's how you do them. So there you go. That's lessons for today. Make a bud using your own stamen, using silk taffeta. Remember, you have to remember which way. That way. Like I say, we'll do that just to show you. On the silk taffeta, green one way, black the other. You want the black, so you know where to cut it. That will make the centres, your stamen for your flowers, showing you how to make the rose, the bud, and then make that one out of silk fabric. But you can make that look similar out of the fabric that you may have at home, whether that be cotton, silk, anything. So I hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon, and I'll be back making a plaque this afternoon. Bye bye for now.